this time around. Really helps ban out some of the stronger pusher characters if they want to. See what Mittens goes with to complement their
Hammer.
Mittens wants to play Hammer. So Hammer he will play. So we have a Hammer and an Asmodan pick for Team Mittens. And a Brightwing to go along with the Sylvanas. Oh man, alright. Well, Asmodan and Hammer versus Sylvanas and Brightwing. Should be good. Should be good.
Yeah, I'm really intrigued to see that Asmodan Hammer.
Yeah.
So
Pain Train's coming. Here we go. I'm actually super excited to see this Hammer Asmodan combo. I have no idea what's going to happen. It could either be amazing or absolutely horrible.
Yeah, my only concern is there's no one to really appeal for Hammer because Asmodan's not. He's pretty squishy.
Yeah. But he does have a massive health pool.
Yeah. I mean, he's one of those heroes that uses his kind of range on things. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. So over on Surrender 20, we have Deadly Sin on Sylvanas and Killing Phil on Brightwing.
And then over on base Mittens, we have Kupo playing Asmodan and Mittens on Sergeant Hammer. Let's take a look at their level 1 talents. We have Kupo going with Taste for Blood, of course. Mittens on Sergeant Hammer going Advanced Artillery. Sylvanas, Deadly Sin going Barb Shot, and Killing Phil on Brightwing sticking with Arcane Precision.
Ooh, Barb Shot is new. We haven't seen a Sylvanas take this one yet.
Yeah, we have.
I thought most of the Sylvanas were going the extra range on the arrow.
The first games that we cast with Sylvanas were, but Deadly Sin has been taking.
That one.
That's my preferred Sylvanas level 1 talent too.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's good for creep clearing. Look at that.
Yeah, the waves just melt.
They just melt in those waves. Now, Hammer should be a lot more effective against this team because you're not fighting that Kael'thas that is stunning you and flame striking you and living bombing you when you're in siege mode. But man, both Phil and Deadly coming out strong here on the outset.
Yeah, man, that Metamorphosis is going to be super strong against Hammer.
Oh, totally.
Killing Phil just showing there as soon as he went in siege mode, Metamorphosis, and he's out.
Yep. However, once we get some levels, the pushing power of Mittens and Kupo is going to be pretty dang ridiculous.
Only if Kupo is able to stay in siege mode, though, which, see, not able to at this point in time.
Yeah, poor Mittens is getting...
that's got to be frustrating.
Yeah.
There's not much you can do in Hammer when you're not in siege mode.
Well, and I mean, Mittens definitely could go build, and we've talked about this on the podcast a few times. Swift Sword is our resident Hammer player, and he really likes to go a lot of the just auto attack, non-siege type stuff.
Yeah, but it's still kind of for the siege build because the auto attacks do so much more damage.
Oh yeah,
but it does help out.
I mean, siege is definitely a massive part of Hammer's kit, but if you can, at this point, he's going to want to be able to do anything to kind of negate the disadvantage that Polymorph is going to do. And I just realized you'd been calling it Metamorphosis.
Yep.
I'm just picturing Brightwing now, like, going under the ground and doing a crazy AoE and coming up with, like, horns and glaives.
Well, I mean, his Master Skin does have horns and
It's true.
wings.
Although, what Master Skin doesn't have horns? Let's just be honest.
Sergeant Hammer.
Most Master Skins have horns. Let's be... It is true. At least for a lot of the early Master Skins Blizzards,
Just
like,
throw some more
themes seem to
spikes
be...
on it.
Yeah, throw spikes on it. Like Diablo? Talk about spikes. Sadly, we don't see much Diablo anymore after the great nerf of last patch.
Let's take a look at the level 4 talents. We have Kupo with Bound Minion, Mittens, Vampiric Assault, Sylvanas, and Venom, and Brightwing Promote.
Man, they're doing some serious pushing. We got half health and 2/3 health tower with almost no ammo. They're really pushing this thing like crazy. Sylvanas, of course, having that Envenom just to add a little more burst. Although Sylvanas is technically labeled a specialist, you could almost call her a bursty assassin, though, especially if you build right.
Oh, absolutely.
Mittens going with the Vampiric. That's probably smart on his part, especially since they don't have a support. But both he and Kupo kind of low. Kupo being forced to stay just to help stop this push.
And if you are just recently joining us, no, these matches do not go completely to the core. They are going to go to the opposing team's keep, which is that second structure on the map.
Yep. And this is 2v2 middle lane only. No going into other lanes. You can go back whenever you want, but it's just straight middle lane, 2-on-2 action.
Yep, kind of like an ARAM style, except we do allow going back to heal up.
Yeah. Man, the pig with the booster still cracks me up.
Here's their first opportunity for
Yeah.
a real push. Let's see what they can do.
See, this is
Oh, here comes
Killing
the
Phil is going to
polymorph,
have to
see?
come out to get that polymorph off.
That's one of my worries. Kupo's just not able to really peel form and keep anyone
Yeah.
from getting to Hammer.
The big thing will be when Azmodan gets his moving channeling laser.
Yeah.
And he'll be able to throw that laser on and kind of stand in front, move around, and use that to kind of push back. They do lose their healing fountain, though. In these twos games, the healing fountain is very important because it allows you to not have to go back further and waste time. So knocking out your opponent's healing fountain is a pretty big deal.
What are Kupo's stacks currently at?
Oh, that is a good
Curiosity.
question, because he did go Taste for Blood, didn't he? He's currently, he's only at 14 bonus damage right now.
Okay. It looks like Team Surrender at 20 has their level 7 talents. Deadly Sin on Sylvanas with Unstable Poison, and Killing Phil on Brightwing with Gust of Healing. And base Mittens just now hitting 7. Azmodan going with Infernal Globe. And Sergeant Hammer picking up First Aid.
Yep. Great pickup for the first aid on Hammer. Gonna need all the healing you can get. Of course, there's very few times when first aid isn't a bad pick. I'm actually really surprised how hard Surrender at 20 is being able to push against an Azmodan and a Hammer.
Yeah. And honestly, I think the key to it is just Hammer's not able to
Go siege mode.
take potential of his siege mode.
Because that's a lot of AoE damage that you're missing.
Yeah, I mean...
Because when you go to siege, your attacks do more, they do splash damage, and he just is not being able to use that unique aspect of his kit, because Phil is just being constantly on the watch to polymorph him. Yep, see, as soon as he went siege, bam, Phil moves in. And unfortunately, that polymorph... Oh, Mittens taking a lot of damage!
Ow, Kupo's going to be able to get out of there. But...
That is unfortunate. Deadly Sin very low, but Kupo just doesn't have any mana right now.
Yeah, and Phil able to kind of heal Deadly Sin up for this push. Here comes Hammer, but they are going to... Looks like they might get it to about halfway down on this fort. Are they going to see if they can stick in there? Killing Phil's going in for the polymorph. And it looks like Deadly Sin really wants to get this down before they retreat, and they are going to.
And that gives them a pretty decent level lead now. Yeah, that Brightwing just counter-picking that Hammer so wonderfully. Killing Phil really doing a great job using that pixie dust as well.
Yeah.
To speed Sylvanas up when she needs it, or to block a hammer attack. Kupo really needs to start using that big health pool of his and just body blocking for Mittens.
Yeah, he does have a ginormous body blocking radius. But yeah, again, it's just gonna have to be careful because
every time Mittens goes to siege mode.
Yeah, that's frustrating for me to watch.
It is. I would be super frustrated if I were Mittens, no question. Oh, so they just hit 10.
And
Wailing Arrow. Oh, nice by Mittens using the knockback. Wailing Arrow is out.
Oh man.
But doesn't quite do it! Wow, Kupo and Mittens both barely escaping with their lives.
I was hoping that Deadly Sin was going to be able to get a dagger off on Mittens there last second and have Mittens carry it to Kupo to finish him off.
Oh, that would have been horrible. Oh, that would have been so bad. Oh, Brightwing, you sadistic little fairy dragon. Like when she says friends, she's just like, no, you don't mean that. Mittens now just preemptively using his boosters as Phil comes near him.
I mean, that's kind of helping Phil out even more though, because then he got you out of siege mode without even using his.
Yeah, and used your Z.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's see what Kupo's stacks are looking like. Kupo's still only 48 damage, about 12 minutes in. He's definitely hurting on trying to get some of those stacks.
And we do have Napalm Strike and Demonic Invasion.
The Napalm Strike is definitely going to help Mittens out a lot.
Yeah, because now he doesn't have to be in the siege mode to get the decent damage out.
Decent AoE, yeah. Yeah, that will definitely help. And plus, it's up all the time.
Yeah. 4-second cooldown, low mana costs.
You thought Phoenix was a low ult.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Wailing Arrow, but he got the first aid off. Right before the arrow hit. Very clutch. Very clutch. They just still have not done much damage to that front line. Azmodan really needs to get his ult back up and just drop that on those towers and gate.
Mittens missing with the last few napalm strikes.
It's bad because they're getting pushed up to this secondary tower line, and there is only one tower left, and it's just not going to do anything because of Sylvanas. I am very much guessing there will be a Sylvanas ban next game.
Ban Sylvanas, bring out KT.
You could technically ban both KT and Sylvanas.
Yeah, but then you're gonna have.
Oh, Mittens!
Wow.
One of the arrows just narrowly getting him as he was crossing back behind the gate. And they are starting in on the keep. I don't think they'll be able to get it this time, but they're definitely going for it. Mittens needs a kill so bad. This front line of towers is almost down for surrender at 20. They just haven't been able to get their waves pushed up enough for it. Globe is finally starting to do some of the damage that it needs to do.
Man, I can't get over how bad I feel for Mittens and Sergeant Hammer right now. I mean, looking at numbers, Brightwing has more
what's it looking
siege
like?
damage. Brightwing has 54k siege, while Hammer has 49, and Brightwing has 11k hero damage, while Hammer has 17. That's brutal.
That's brutal. That's very painful. Hammer has not been able to stay in siege mode really for more than like a few seconds at a time. Oh man, Azmodan getting locked onto. Great knockback by Mittens to... Oh no, the arrow! The wailing arrow. And the Mittens. And I believe that will be game, folks.
Yep.
The GGs are out. So I'm feeling a Sylvanas ban. Feeling a Sylvanas ban.
The red team has destroyed a fort.
Good job to surrender at 20. A very fantastic victory there. Very methodical. Let's switch back over to our pretty faces for a second. Man, that you gotta feel for Mittens. Gotta feel for Mittens. He could not stay in in siege mode to save his life. He just every single time Phil would just run up, polymorph, done.
Yeah,
that killed so much of their damage potential.
Oh, completely. It just it almost turned Hammer just to useless there until he got his napalm and was able to help a little bit, but still.
Yeah, that was rough. Well, we'll take a short break here, and then we will get into game 2 of Mittens versus Surrender 20.
Wait to change and then it's over, but it'll be alright.
Hey guys, welcome back. We are getting game 2 of our best of 3 semifinal set up right now for Team Surrender at 20 and team-based Mittens. So Surrender at 20 put on a heck of a show last game. They did really well. So let's jump into the game here in a second and see what Mittens is going to do to try and combat that.
Well, like, so we already have the bans going, and Team Surrender at 20's first ban was Gazlo. And from what it sounds like, Kupo is a pretty mean Gazlo, so that's why they keep taking him out.
So it looks like Nazebo and Sylvanas from Mittens.
All right, so Asmo, Gazlo, Nazebo, and Sylvanas. I'm going to guess that we see an Anubarak. I'm going to guess that we see a Kael'thas, and there's the first pick, Kael'thas.
You could make a rap song out of that. Yeah, I'll stop. All right, so Kael'thas out of Surrender 20. Let's see what Mittens does to counter that.
I would hope
maybe some fire and ice. Maybe Jaina. Maybe that'd be fun.
I think if it's not picked right now, that Team Surrender 20 may pick up Nazebo along with Kael'thas. That stunned.
Nazebo's band. Gaz and Asmo and Nazebo and Sylvanas.
Did I say Nazebo?
You did.
I mean Anubarak.
Ah, yes. There must be some intense discussing going on. We need to find someone to put together like a cool 2v2 draft for us.
Zagara.
Oh, Mittens goes to Zagara. And see, and this is what I was talking about. Kael'thas is very good against Zagara, so it'll be interesting to see what they end up going with. And Brightwing. Man, they've got their Brightwing stuff on lockdown.
Anubarak.
Oh man. Like what could they pick to combat this?
Anubarak. Maybe Rhaegar.
I don't know. I mean, we saw this already almost.
Yeah, we did.
And it didn't work out too well.
Raynor.
Oh, I love it.
I like it.
So this could actually be really good because Raynor's Raiders could really put some hurt down on Kael'thas.
Mm-hmm.
I like this. It's out of the box, and could be good. All right, guys, here we go. Game 2 of our semifinal of Surrender at 20 versus team-based Mittens. I feel pretty good, Gizmo. I've actually been able to line up the team names to the correct sides so far. That's good.
Prepare yourself for battle, heroes.
So on the red team, we have Deadly Sin on Kael'thas and Killing Phil on Brightwing.
And then over on the blue side, on based Mittens, we have Kupo playing Raynor and Mittens on Zagara. Let's take a look at the level 1 talents. We have Mittens picking up Reconstitution on Zagara, which could be a wasted pick if Kael'thas is on top of those creeps. And Kupo picking up Seasoned Marksman on Raynor, Over on the other side, we have Deadly Sin picking up Mana Addict on Kael'thas and Arcane Precision on Brightwing.
You know, with as many minions as are going to be around and killed, I think the Seasoned Marksman could actually be really good.
This is Jimmy.
Mittens definitely has the damage over Surrender at 20. But Surrender at 20's got that extra bit of healing, although, if you think about it, Raynor himself is a fairly sustaining character.
Yeah, his trait is absolutely excellent for the 2s. But man, they are packing on the damage to Deadly Sin
Oh, that's...
currently. So.
He is going to be their target 100% of the time, no question. I mean, if you can burst down and negate Kael'thas, that Brightwing is not going to be able to do a whole lot against you. That Brightwing is mainly there to keep Kael'thas alive. A very aggressive play by Mittens so far. I like that. Really been making Deadly Sin have to stay back. Especially with Kupo's knockback on Raynor, I bet we'll see another Phoenix from Deadly Sin.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really good for basemans to come out aggressive right here. The last game, they were kind of on their back feet the whole game, so for them to switch that mindset mentality around really early this game, I think it's going to help them out.
I would be very surprised if we don't see Raiders from Kupo at 10. While the other one may be pretty decent for pushing, I think sicking Raiders on Deadly Sin will hurt him a lot.
Definitely. When it comes to the 2v2s, it's more about killing than pushing, honestly. If you kill them, the pushing will come with the death timers.
Exactly.
If you can't kill them, you're not going to get any pushing anyways.
Exactly.
As we saw last game with 2 extremely hard pushers in Azmodan and Hammer that weren't able to do anything because couldn't get any kills.
Yeah, and the kills just start mattering so much more as the game goes on, because we've seen before times when one team was ahead and then they pretty much threw a team fight, and we've had counter pushes evening things back up because of it.
Mm-hmm.
Both teams just neck and neck in experience. Level 4 talents are coming out. What have we got there, Gizmo?
So we have Killing Phil on Brightwing, picking up Promote, of course, which has been doing excellent so far in this tournament today. Deadly Sins with Gathering Power on Kael'thas. Kupo on Raynor, picking up Activated Rush. And Mittens on Zagara, still kind of waiting it out.
Kind of thinking.
Up, and Medusa's Blades.
Oh, that's a new one on me. Usually, Zagara, you see the extra range and extra damage on your single target. That will definitely help with wave clear, though. It's probably a great pick by Raynor to do that activated rush, because now he'll have that heal more often and on demand, which will be a big deal.
And Thor, you are correct. I am specifically talking about kills towards the end of the game, but
Deadly Sin getting pretty low. Mittens and Kupo still continuing to be very aggressive.
And I do agree, Zagara Hammer is typically a very good combo, but not when you're matched up against a Brightwing.
No. As we saw last round, that polymorph just basically negated the whole of Hammer. Man, still neck and neck as far as experience goes. Brightwing does have that really handy ability to be and then teleport right back, though. Kupo really just taking it to Deadly Sin, though. He is not giving him a minute to rest.
Yeah, I'm really glad to see Rainer out here picked. I have played him in a 2s before, and he does do very well. And he's not a hero that a lot of people even consider or think of.
No, but he works perfect for this mode because he has a very good self-sustain, very good, very consistent damage.
In good range.
Yeah. Poor Mittens creep just can't keep any of it. I am surprised how long Mittens is staying out. Like, both of Kupo and Mittens have been at low health for quite a while now. And it looks like Mittens is finally going to go back. Probably a smart choice while they've got a little bit of a reprieve.
You know, we do have level 7 talents coming up. Surrender at 20, going with Killing Phil has Gust of Healing on Brightwing, and Deadly Sin picking up Vision Bomb on Kel'Thas. And Base Mittens close behind, Mittens picking up Rapid Incubation on Zagara. And Kupo will be picking something on Rainer.
Mystery. Man, if they can really keep Deadly Sin down and kill him or deny him kills, he's going to become a lot less effective later on because he won't be able to get those gathering power stacks. Because that 5% isn't bad, but it's definitely wasted if you can't get a few kills.
Yeah, and Rainer, Kupo picking Hamstring Shot.
Is that the one that stuns? I guess
slow.
I could mouse over it. It's the slow. Okay. I know he's got a stunning shot at some point. That'll be great, though, for chasing down Kel'Thas. Or Brightwing, really. And Kupo, really nice to have that adrenaline rush kind of in his back pocket for when he gets low. He can really stay out here a lot longer than most people probably could. Killing Phil just being so like surgical. Anytime there's creep up, gotta kill it, gotta kill it. Gotta kill the creep.
Still very, very even match, neck and neck with the experience gain.
Yep. They've been trying to be aggressive, but they just can't quite push in yet. So once we see 10s come out, I could easily see a Maw on Brightwing and then just unloading Raiders everything onto Kel'Thas. I'm really hoping to see Mittens go with the Hunter Killer upgrade this time around, rather than necessarily the Mutalisk, because the Mutalisk is a little more wasted in 2s because you don't get the most out of that bounce attack that you would in like a 5s game.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas you want that extra strong single target damage, and the Hunter Killer editions definitely give you that. Plus, once you get the second charge, those things are deadly. Not Deadly Sin, but deadly. Had to get some Sham2 level puns in here since Titan Arena wasn't today. Mittens getting really low. And Kupo has just not gone back. Have you noticed that? He's been at like 0 mana for the last like 5 minutes. He just refuses to go back. Yeah, he's just been waiting for the fountain like every time. We are coming up on 10 though, and that's when things will get really interesting. Predicting Phoenix and Blinkheel, and then Raiders and Maw probably. Kupo's doing a very good job with the Rainer stutter step as well.
Yes. And you know, we've really only seen Blinkheel pick today, but I really do enjoy Brightwing's Gust
Emerald Wind.
in the twos. It's really good at separation. I mean, if you can get in between both of them, pop that, you can almost get a kill from it.
Well, we have level 10 from both sides. Maw, Phoenix, and Blinkheel coming out. Rainer has not picked yet, but he is going back to get mana, so you can tell they're getting ready for an engage.
Rainer's Raiders, there it is.
Yes, good. Ah, I'm pumped. All right. Well, we'll see who engages first. It'll be all about Mittens hitting that Maw. Or not hitting it. Oh, Maw is out. Brightwing is stunned. Kupo is not close though.
Oh man.
Oh, I feel like that was a big mistake on Kupo's part.
If he would have
been down next to the Maw, I think Brightwing would have died.
And there goes the Raiders, which immediately bursted down. Yeah, just not really in sync with their ults right there.
No, there was either a miscall or a miscommunication there. I definitely think they could have had the Brightwing kill. That's too bad. Their first tower of the game does go down. Although neither of the towers on Surrender 20 side are looking very healthy either. Looks like Kale is finally having to go back, so this is definitely the time for a Mittens push. And they are going to take full advantage of it. Getting both towers down, and quite possibly this fountain. Phoenix is out to zone. Probably a good call by Deadly there, so that they didn't lose their fountain. And killing Phil, of course. Just creep cleanup. Creep cleanup duty. Ooh. Man, Mittens and Kupo both kind of low. Deadly Sin really being good with those large flame strikes. It is really hard to dodge out of those. You have to basically move right away. Oh, Phoenix is out! Maw is out as well. That may have saved Zagara's life, but unfortunately Rainer did fall. First death of the game, and now Deadly and Killing Phil are going to take advantage and push this fort. And that will give Deadly Sin his first stack of Gathering Power, too. And Deadly Sin is like, I hate this wall. Now, they both hate the walls. Yeah, they're definitely going to get some damage out onto this fort. Not quite as much as I thought they were going to get, though. But with that kill, especially coming up on the 15-minute mark, that did give them a significant XP boost. Still 40 seconds until Zagar's ult is back up. I can't imagine that they're going to want to try and engage without it. I guess everyone hates the walls.
Well, just,
looks like the... Oh, no, won't quite get the fountain down.
You don't want anything hindering you as you're
Exactly.
trying to escape. And they also give vision, which isn't a big deal in 2s, but...
Phoenix is out. Raiders are out as well. Going on to Zenison. Not a whole lot of focus, though. I mean, Kupo's still in the back. The fountain does finally go down, though. So if that was the name of the game, good job, guys. Oh yeah, Mittens missed his maw. Ooh, man, Mittens getting seriously low. I'm surprised he's still staying around.
He wants to get as much as he can from that level 1 talent, so he's trying to...
Standing on the creep.
He has that incubate and then standing on the creep.
He's got the one creep in the back that he's using to get the bonus out of it. Oh, Phoenix is down. Kupo getting dangerously low. It looks like he will be able to escape, but Mittens is having to go around the long way. Also super low, but can't really afford to go back. You have to imagine that if Provoke's watching and Surrender at 20 ends up winning, they're going to be like, let's spin Brightwing. Oh, the Maw is down. Did get Kael'thas. Kupo is still not close, though. What do you think, Greg?
I don't know. It's still a really close game either way, but Kupo and Mittens are gonna have to.
Kupo and Mittens
come up
just
with
need to
something.
sync up that Maw, because Kupo just seems like he's way too far away to be able to engage correctly when the Maw opens up. They are getting a decent push in, though. Phoenix is out. It's just like, okay, we need a breather. Go away, guys. Phoenix. Looks like Deadly Sin is going to finally go back. He was taking quite a bit of damage. Kupo, in his normal fashion, is just like, screw health. Don't need none of that. Getting some good fort damage on, though. Ooh!
Stuck around just a little.
Yeah, just a little long. That was kind of a rock and a hard place. Fort on one side, and then a massive flame strike on the other side with Kael'thas bearing down on you. There's not a...
You know, if that wall wouldn't have been there.
Oh!
Around. See? There you go.
If the wall
So I
would
take
have...
out the walls.
If the wall would have been there, then he would have walked into the flame strike. And the first fort goes down. I tell you, that Phoenix is just such a great zoning tool. It's just so big. Mittens and Koopa are going to have to be very careful because they are a level back now.
Yeah, we do have the level 16 talents. Killing Fill going Criterize and Deadly Sin with Ignite.
Oh!
That is... Yeah.
That is unfortunate. Very nicely placed. to take Mittens out. Oh, the damage! The damage! So much! Deadly Sin, of course, now you had 3 stacks and now 4 stacks of gathering power, so those flame strikes, yeah.
Yeah, the flame strike, applying living bomb, plus the critterize. You didn't even need the living bomb for there, but
Dara's gonna try and stop this, but man.
yeah, that the kill toss is just scary right now.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Well, look at that.
Half
It's half
damage.
health plus a blow up at the end. And Phil, determined to not see any creep ever, continues his mad conquest of creep killing. We've honestly not seen Zagara be very effective these games. Man, look at that damage onto Kupo.
Yeah, look, I mean, honestly, Brightwing's just able to counter so many heroes in this 2v2 format right now.
I feel like a Brightwing ban would be completely. Oh no!
Oof. And he almost took it over to Mittens. It actually did hurt Mittens and keep him from going back.
Whoops!
And that's Mittens is dead. Oh, good.
Oh no! Oh.
And that might.
I think that might be it. As Phoenix is back up again. Yep. Seems like Phoenix is just always up.
Red team has destroyed the
Well, that is going to do it for our second semifinal round. So for our finals, it is going to be Provoked Gaming
attack.
taking on Team Surrender at 20.
Oh, this should be good. Because both of these teams were in our last one, and both of them made it fairly far, so this should be pretty interesting, actually. Switching back over. Oh, good game. It's a good game. That I think there's gonna need to be a Brightwing ban.
Yeah, I'm really liking
Honestly,
the
like,
Brightwing KT
that's-
combo.
That's insane. That Brightwing just can keep people up, and then the Polymorph just screws people over so much.
Yeah.
And not only that, they weren't able to take Kael'thas out once, so he ended
Well,
up
and-
with like 4 or 5 gathering power stacks.
Absolutely, and Thor brought up a great point that for, to counter KT, you really need a good gap closer. And Brightwing counters most of those heroes.
Yep.
Anyone that tries to close, they just throw that critterize or polymorph on. and
Polymorph, yeah.
It's been a great combo
Oh yeah,
throughout the day.
yeah. And Brightwing is gonna Brightwing's getting a lot of changes next patch. It'll be interesting to see. She's losing almost all of her activatables next patch, I think. That's gonna be interesting to see how she turns out. But guys, we're gonna take a break for a minute or two, and then we're gonna go on to the finals, the first game of the finals of Provoke Gaming versus Team Surrender 20. Hey guys, so guess what happened of all things in the very middle of the day, right before the finals? Apparently, Blizzard's servers went down, and none of the game modes are working right now. Could there be worse luck, Gizmo?
Yeah, the servers don't come back up. That could be worse luck.
Yes.
But
Oh,
hopefully it'll be
goodness.
fixed soon. But thank you guys for that came out in the chat room to hang out today, and also for all the participants. Just want to plug real quick. So this is Lords of the Lane, sponsored by our podcast, Lords of the Storm, available on both iTunes and Stitcher. You can find us at Lords of the Storm on Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah, on Twitter.
But we also have, at TBKZord, at GizmoZord. You can follow us if you want to. But yeah, chat room. Do you guys have any questions or anything?